Hello everyone, Servant here. I know it's been a while since my last recording, so this is going to be a long one, so buckle down and we'll get to it. Alright, for this video what I want to be doing is I'm going to be going over our war bases. I want to talk about the different types of armies that people use against us and what we can do to keep them from 3-starring us. So let's go ahead and start at the bottom of their Town Hall 7s. Now, before I get started, I'm going to go over the main attack strategies. There is Healer Giant. Usually they can use rage spells or heal spells to keep the healers alive longer. You have Giant and Wizard, which usually uses heal spells to keep them all alive. Balloons and Minions, usually with rage. Mass Dragons with rage. Hog Riders with heal spells. You have Go Wee Wee, which is Golems, Witches, and Wizards. That uses a mix of rage and jump. And then Golem, Wizard, P.E.K.K.A. or Go Wipe, and that also uses a mix of rage and jump. Those last two being high level Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10 type strategies. So most of the smaller bases are going to be up against either Healer Giant, Giant Wizard, Mass Dragon. Those are the most common for the lower bases, so I'm going to keep that in mind when we go over these ones. Alright, let's start off with Mukau. Right, so Mukau, your base is not designed for war. If you want to give away your money in normal raids, that's your business. But I do recommend redesigning to protect all your structures. First thing is your clan castle. Your clan castle needs to be at the center of your village because it has your strongest defenses in it. I mean, a group of level 5 wizards pouring out of there is going to do far more damage than any other defense you have in your village. So get that thing centered. Next thing up, your splash damage, like your mortars and wizard towers, need to be centered around that clan castle. They should be the hardest to take out, along with your air defenses. Having an air defense in the corner like this one is going to make it really easy to pour in with some dragons. Your point defense, like archer towers and cannons, those usually are around the outer edge. That's where you want those. You want those defending your splash. These two mortars, these two wizards, and this air defense, all very easy to take out with just some basic barbarians or archers. This base is going to be very easy to 3-star as it is now. Okay, so next up, Swag Kalu. Sure. Fairly centered clan castle and town hall. That's pretty good. Along with the king, also nice. The mortars are fairly triangular, a little bit lacking on the right side as far as the mortar coverage. Wizard towers are good. Air defense, also nice. I like how the air defenses and wizard towers make a bit of a square around the base. That's very well laid out. And point defenses around the outer edge. Let's see. So, if you look at the clan castle, we can see that they're going to be pulling the clan castle either lower left or lower right, probably with some giants. So what I would do is take these Teslas and put them out here below the gold mines, or below the elixir pump and the barracks, so those giants get drawn there and get hung up there, and the archer tower can pick them off. It makes it a lot harder to pull that clan castle and end up wasting a lot more troops than they were hoping to. It might turn a 3-star or 2-star into a 1 or 2-star. Let's see, air zones, sure. Another nicely centered town hall and clan castle. Mortars are a nice triangle. Again, a little bit less coverage on the right side, but not bad. Let's see, wizard towers and air defense make a nice square again. That's nicely done. Let's see, we have some grouping up of the cannons. That's not terrible. I think what I would recommend though is switching the inner cannon with the archer tower, because the wizard tower is already going to give some nice air coverage, so you can move the cannon over there and then move the other archer tower to where this cannon is to help cover the outer cannon. And you can do the same on the bottom. That might give a little better coverage. Let's see. Same trick with the clan castle. They're going to be coming from the right side or top, so you could move the Teslas out a little further, maybe above this mine up here, or to the right of the other mine. But that might not work as well in this particular layout, since you don't really have much defense coverage that far out. Might be about the best you can do as it is now. It really is laid out really well at the moment. Alright, next up is L3A Sonley. Let's see. Clan Castle and Town Hall nicely centered. 2 mortars are good. This mortar on the edge though, that's not so good. That's really easy to get to. Air defense is exposed. Wizard Tower's on the edge. This one is as well. Yeah, this one is not laid out quite as nicely as I would like to see. You're going to have a harder time. People, especially on the left here, people can come in with Giant Healer or with Mass Dragons pretty easily from this side, and then they just have to keep them alive in towards the center. There's air defense up here. You can take out Barbarians and Archers. So right now, Healer, Giant, or Mass Dragon will have a very easy time taking this base out, completely 3-starring, no problem. Okay, Angelox. Clan Castle's a bit far from center. You have these 2 gold storages in the center. That is not a good idea in a war base. Normal village, I understand, because you want to protect your gold, but in war, you're not losing any money when you get attacked. However, having your clan castle so far out makes it really easy to pull that out, and you're losing one of your best defenses. So just swap that clan castle with one of your gold storages, and that'll make a big improvement right there on its own. Mortars are in a pretty good triangle, but the top half is not as covered as well. Like the bottom, you cover all the way out to the outside the walls even, but along the top, you're not quite covering as far out. Probably just switch the mortar and wizard tower even might be enough of a change to get good coverage on those mortars, and still have a good triangle with your wizard towers. Air defenses are in good triangle. Point defenses are fine. So the rest of it's fine. You know, simple base, it will work. It's a little weak to wall breakers because there's only a couple layers before they can get in towards that clan castle. I mean, towards the town hall. But yeah, the main thing is get that clan castle towards the center, and then I would swap the wizard towers and mortars to get better mortar coverage. Okay, Jake, exposed clan castle. I really recommend moving that inward. Just swap it with the elixir tank would be a big improvement. Mortars are in a pretty good triangle. Maybe swap this mortar here, this top one, with this elixir tank, just to get a little bit better of a triangle going. Wizard towers are fine. Having your 2 air defenses clumped up, that's going to be a problem. Just because it makes an easy point to start on. Like maybe they could do massed or a bunch of giants from the bottom, wall breaker in a couple times with a heal spell and a rage spell, and then both air defenses are down, and then their healers are going to keep those giants alive for at least a 2-star, if not 3. Same goes with dragons. They can just rage dragons through those 2 air defenses, and there's not going to be much left to stop them until they get to the top of the base. So I would definitely move the air defenses around. Try to make a triangle with air defenses similar to how you're doing the wizard towers and mortars. Let's see, Josh. Very nicely centered clan castle. It's going to be very difficult to pull. I like that a lot. Town hall a little bit towards the bottom, but that's not that big a deal. I see you focusing your spring traps down here to help out with that. That's good. Mortars are in a good triangle. Wizard towers, not as fond of the wizard tower placement. Having them so exposed. Just swap them, like this one with the cannon. That's an easy swap. Same thing here. You can swap. I'd put it in the middle and put the king on the side, or something. Move the king somewhere else. And then same here. Get this guy inside. It's okay to have your gold or elixir storages on the outer areas in a war, because like I said, you're not losing any money from this. The air defenses are not in a particularly very good triangle. Maybe move the air defense towards the right, this one towards the left, and this weaker one somewhere up near the top, maybe towards this gold storage. Just try to get a better triangle of coverage. Yeah. Cup of Cyanide. Where is, okay, Clan Castle. It's a bit exposed. It's going to be easy to pull your clan castle out. You also have a lot of structures on the outside, storages and other stuff. It's going to be very easy to get 50%. Let's see, mortars are in a good placement. Wizard towers are kind of exposed though. I don't like that. I'd rather those be moved inward. But it looks like you're focusing your inner circle here on your air defense and mortar, which is good, but wizard towers are an important part of your defenses. They take out giants quickly, take out your tier 1 troops like barbarians, archers. They also take out wizards pretty quickly. They don't have heal spells or healers on them. So having them so exposed just really reduces their effectiveness. But mostly in this base I'm worried about so many things being outside your defensive line. Easy 50%. Clan castle is really easy to pull, and some of your splash is easy to get to as well. You might have a more efficient layout if you didn't do these little diagonal wall things. They look cool, but really they're wasting space. You could, like in the corner here, you could have came all the way out, made a nice rectangle, and it gained some space for another defensive structure to be inside the walls. Okay, the Epic Ninja 00. Clan castle is nicely placed. Standard triangle of mortars around. Not fond of the wizard tower placement. Excuse me. If you're going to have your mortars more towards the left, you don't want your wizard towers also to the left. You want something on the right. There's not much splash on the right side here. So that's going to make your right side a bit weaker. Or if they're coming from the left and plow through a bunch of your splashes up front, the second half of your base is going to be really weak. Air defenses are in a good triangle, but again they favor the left side. So overall the right side of your base is weak to any kind of attack. If they come in from the right, it'll be an easy 2-star. If they come in from the left and survive, it'll head towards a 3-star pretty quickly. Alright, Mr. Sterling Fox. Clan castle is fairly centered. It's still pretty easy to pull from the top. It's okay. Mortars are in a good triangle. Wizard towers are pretty good. That one's fine. This top one's a little exposed though. I'm not as fond of the placement on that one. Maybe swap it with the archer tower here. That might be a little bit better. Air defense. These lower two are good, but this top one is really exposed. Maybe swap this clan castle with the cannon, and then the cannon with the air defense. That would bring that in nicely. These buildings in the corners, they matter a lot more in the normal rating because people tend to forget to even look here. But I mean, this is a war. People can look at your base for hours and hours ahead of time and plan their attack carefully. They're not going to miss these corner structures. So what happens is you're basically giving away 4 to 5% of your base for free. It's much better to get them in range of defenses, like your cannons here. Help block them off from getting easy wall breakers, because right now you can drop a wall breaker next to that wall and it will blow before the cannon can fire. So that's just an easy access point. It's better to use these extra buildings to line that gold wall so they can't do it with wall breakers. Beast. Let's see. Clan castle. Decent placement. A little easy to pull from the top. Mortars are in a pretty good triangle, but you're favoring the bottom, not so much the top. What I would do is switch this left mortar with the wizard tower, and then move this wizard tower over to the right, like where this dark elixir is at. That would get you a pretty good triangle for both your wizard towers and your mortars. Air defenses are in a good triangle, but they are very, well, I was going to say they're low level for Town Hall 9, but then again, it looks like you've rushed Town Hall 9 in general. Wizard towers and mortars are all pretty low. Yeah, it'll take time to recover. You can recover from this. I rushed my Town Hall 9 very badly, and I did recover, so you can do it too. But for now, just work on getting a better triangle on your mortars and wizard towers. And this base layout was pretty good otherwise. I'm very fond of the double triangle corner wall things. Those are a pain in the rear to get through. Okay. A801. Nicely centered clan castle. The field of walls to make it a pain to get near your base is kind of fun. Again, you're giving away some free points in the corners though. I would not recommend that. Mortars, good triangle there. Wizard towers, not as good triangle. This central wizard towers are better off near the corners of the base, where they can protect a lot of things at once. Like where this air defense is. See how it's covering a big chunk of the base. Wizard towers can do the same thing. Have them in the center is nice, but once things get in the center of your base, they're gonna rage through there and tear it apart. You want them wizard towers firing over walls. When they're firing over walls, that's when they're the most powerful and effective. So, otherwise it's okay. Air defenses are in a good triangle, so that's fine. These little walls everywhere are not the most effective use of walls, but they're not terrible either. It does fun things like dragons can't do this base as well because they fly so slowly. As they're approaching the base, your stuff can go ahead and be shooting them down. So that's cool. Makes it a lot harder to pull your clan castle since things take so long to get to the line here on the bottom left or right. So it could work, it might not. We'll see how the war goes with this one. MVP. Clan castle is very nicely centered. Town hall's a little bit to the right. It might be a little easy to get to the town hall. I might suggest putting it on the left side of the clan castle instead. Mortars are in a pretty good triangle around the town hall though, so that's good. The wizard towers are really exposed. They're really easy to get to these, and I'm not very fond of that. I would rather bring them in, like maybe swap this right wizard tower with your gold storage. Same here, wizard tower and gold storage. And about the same here, really just swap your gold storages and wizard towers and you'll have a pretty good triangle with those. Rest of the base layout looks good. Yeah. Dang it's 3. Sure. That's how it's pronounced. We'll go with that. Clan castle. Good. Mortars in a good triangle. Inverted triangle for the wizard towers. Looks very good. Another air defenses. Very nice. Bottom is a smidge open. Not terrible though. I might suggest moving this giant bomb and putting another Tesla there instead. It's okay, but you have them on the corners too, so it's probably fine. This is kind of gambling. If they come in this bottom right corner here, they're gonna be annoyed that they didn't actually pull a Tesla out. Could be funny at least. Having your king exposed is not such a great idea. Just because, I mean, if they come into your base without taking him out when he's in the center of your base, he can take out quite a few troops on his own. So even if you move in somewhere like swap out with your dark elixir here or this gold storage, just where he's not as easy to get to, that makes a big difference. Let's see, Potsy. Clan castle is pretty well centered. Mortars are in a very good triangle. Wizard towers are pretty good. They're a little exposed. Like there's only one wall between these and the wizard towers and the outer edge. This one's not bad. That little triangle is hard to get to. These upper two are a little too exposed. I would definitely swap this wizard tower here with your dark elixir. That's an easy swap. I'm not really sure where exactly I'd put this one. Maybe you swap it with the archer tower. Yeah, I think I would do that. That's a pretty easy swap there. Air defenders are in a very good triangle. So, again, exposed king. Definitely bring him inside somehow. Maybe with one of these elixir tanks would be good. Skylar. Nicely placed clan castle. It's going to be very difficult to pull. Mortars are in a wide triangle. The top's not covered very well. But otherwise is good. The two wizard towers on bottom is not that good though. You're going to be sacrificing a lot of splash up top. Top's very weak when you're splash. King's inside, so that's good. Air defenses are in a good triangle. I like the heavily trapped opening on the bottom. That's always fun to play with. There's not many defenses, just the archer tower looks like. I'd like to see a point defense, like a cannon or something, take the place of the golden elixir, and then move like one Tesla down here where this skull statue is. That way if they try to deploy giants, before they even get to your little trapped tunnels here, they're going to get stopped by Tesla and then picked apart by a few different defenses at the bottom. Take advantage of that. Josu, very easy to pull clan castle. I'd recommend bringing that more towards center if possible. Mortars are in a pretty good triangle. Wizard towers. You're kind of lacking wizard tower on the bottom right or the right side in general because you have these two close together. It's not terribly bad, but I would recommend moving something around to get it out there. Air defenses are in a very good triangle. King's not terribly exposed, so that's good. You have a lot of traps over here on the left. I recommend spreading those traps out, especially the red air mines. If someone comes in with a lot of minions, those red air mines are a big deal. They can crush a lot of minions. You don't want to gamble they're going to come on the left. I usually try to put one on each side or triangle them out. Chainsaw, very nicely centered clan castle. I like that a lot. Mortars are in a huge triangle, which is pretty good. Actually, I think what I would recommend with this is swapping your wizard towers and mortars, because the wizard towers are going to do a shorter range. So like right now, these wizard towers aren't even going to activate until their troops are already in a wall and starting to come in towards the second wall even. So if you move the wizard towers to where the mortars are, they're going to be covering your point defenses on the outer sections a lot better. And then your mortars will be able to cover more base. Because see, these mortars, even though they reach outside real deep, outside the walls here, stuff's moving real fast out there because they're walking into the base. So those mortar shells are going to get wasted because they're such a slow projectile. A mortar shot or two is going to get wasted each time on these sides. So I would definitely swap the wizard towers and mortars. Air defenses are good. Rest looks pretty good too. Mahdi, clan castle's a smidge easy to pull on the top there. I'd like to see a Tesla or something up there to help. Because like you already have archer tower and a cannon, so a Tesla right above this barracks and gold mine, right between them, would stop giants or whatever else from coming in too close to pull the clan castle, catch them by surprise. Let's see, mortars are in a very good triangle. Wizard towers. This one over here on the top left is a bit exposed. Maybe swap it with your dark elixir. Yeah, that'd probably be a good swap. Really, these are all a little exposed. Only one wall from the outer edge. I would swap your wizard towers with these storages, like this elixir up top, gold, and the dark elixir. Swap your wizard towers into those three, and you'll have a really good triangle on your wizard towers. King is a bit easy to get to. I would swap him with the other elixir tower, other elixir storage over here. Makes him really nice, hard to pull. And a couple corner buildings. You got your builder's hut, laboratory. Let's get those moved closer to some defenses. Protect some of these walls. They're really easy to get wall breakers to right now. Let's see, Ali. Clan castle a bit easy to pull on the top. You got some traps up there. That's good. I like the one Tesla. I would take this other one though and move it up top. That would be better. Mortars are a decent triangle. They're not protecting the top. See, this is the thing. You know the top area is where they're going to pull your clan castle, but there's no mortar coverage. It's all your mortars on the bottom. So you know what direction they're going to come from, but you're not defending that same direction. You also have wizard towers on the bottom, so you're very weak on your splash towards the top. Definitely try to rearrange your splash and try to make the triangles where the two cross each other. Air defense is also on the bottom. So definitely, if they come from the bottom and smash through, you're not going to have much left to stop them. Or if they come from the top, it's going to be an easy 2-star. Corner structures again. That's just free points, all 4 corners. Try to move those in where they're defended. You got some buildings up here along the top, they're not defended. You can pick off this elixir storage with an archer. A couple of these down here are not defended. You can pick off all 3 of these with archers. So you're giving away a lot of points just from buildings being too far from defenses. Let's see, Josh. So Clan Castle is a bit far from the center since you put it diagonally to the town hall, so it's very easy to pull, especially on the bottom over here on the bottom right. If you were to put an archer tower out here along with the cannon and move one of your Teslas out below the mines so that as they try to pull they get stopped, that would help. But really it'd be better to move the Clan Castle in closer to the side of the town hall. Mortars are in a pretty good triangle. Wizard towers, however, are not as good. Usually when you have 2 mortars close together, you want a wizard below them, and then you want your other 2 wizard towers to the left and right of your other mortar, so that it makes a better inverted triangle around them. This top wizard tower is very exposed, as is this archer tower for that matter. They can steamroll right in and get both of those pretty easily. The left and right wizard towers are fine, but you don't have any coverage on the bottom with wizard towers, so that's not as good. Air defenses are in a fine triangle, that's good. Giving away your spell factory on the bottom there. Let's see, Secret 28. Fair enough to center Clan Castle, that's good. Mortar towers, or no, towers, whatever. Mortars are in a good triangle. Wizards also in a very good triangle. Air defenses, good. Yeah, this is a really good layout. I like this layout a lot. I like the the funnels with the spring traps, giving away 1 point defense, but you take off a lot of troops in the process. I like those kinds of layouts a lot. So you're giving away your laboratory. That's not terrible. And they can snipe off this builder's hut. Yeah, really good layout. I like this layout. This is very good. In general, I would bring in your laboratory tighter to the army camps and the builder hut tighter to the gold mine here, and so you don't give them away too easily. So otherwise, it's a really good layout. I like it a lot. Let's see, Pratham 29, nicely centered Clan Castle. Mortars, these 2 side by side, you're losing coverage on the bottom as well as on the left side here. Same with your wizard towers. You need to spread these guys out. Like the bottom here is good. They're nice and spread out. I mean, you could just leave this top mortar and then swap this mortar with this wizard tower. Swap these 2. Would do a lot for you. This guy on the left, where would I put him? If there was a little more space between the air defenses, I'd put him there, but there's not. Anyway, once you hit Town Hall 9, you have 4, so it's better to have a square of wizard towers around your base. Having 2 grouped up makes for a weak spot. These storages are really high in HP, so they take a long time to go through, whereas your elixir pumps and mines have less, especially these builder huts and stuff. So what I would try to do is try to spread them out, like do 1 gold per side, 1 elixir per side, so that regardless of what side they attack you from, they're getting stopped and having to work through those storages. Like as is right now, this top side is really easy to break through and get into the base very quickly. Beast, very exposed Clan Castle. I am not fond of that. I would swap it, at least swap it with his gold storage and get it deeper in. harder to pull. Mortar's in a very wide triangle, which means your top is looking a little weak without a mortar up there. Wizard towers are in a pretty good triangle though. Air defenses, a little more on the right. Maybe swap this air defense here with your archer tower. Matter of fact, move the wizard tower to where the air defense is. Air defense where the archer tower is. That fixes both of those triangles. And then you can move around your archer tower with a cannon or somewhere, or however you want to move those around. And that'll get you a couple good triangles in the center. Mortars. Maybe swap this left mortar with the king. Might get you a little bit better of a triangle on your mortars. But otherwise, they're pretty good. It's not, the mortars aren't that bad. Giving away a drill in the corner there, and a pump on the other side. It's just free points. Again, I like the deep channels. Now, these really long channels with your walls that you got going on here, troops won't always follow those because they're so long. Sometimes they'll come in the front a little bit of the channel, and then they'll go ahead and try to break a wall to get towards these defenses because those defenses are closer. That's kind of how the AI works, is by closeness. Also, if you're going to bother having the channels, put your spring trap at the entrance of the channel. That way you catch something. You're more likely to catch something. As of right here, if they come from the side too far, they're going to miss the spring trap and the giant bomb. Giant bomb might still trigger because of the radius. Maybe not. But yeah, I would definitely move that spring trap into the channel's entrance on all four sides there. Mujahid. That's how you pronounce it. If not, I'm sorry. Clan Castle, very nicely centered. Mortar triangle is a little off. You're not covering the right very well. Maybe get this mortar in this area over here somewhere. Wizard towers, also a weaker triangle. I'd like to see the wizard towers more towards the center, like where the king is, or this mine. Somewhere in these side areas is going to be a better area for those wizard towers. These really big bases like this are really good for protecting the clan castle from getting pulled, but you have less stuff shooting at any given time at your attackers, so it's a little easier for them to move around the base if they have strong troops. Like giant healer, for instance. The spring traps are going to work really good against those. But if they come in on the right here, there's no spring traps. They can come in, take these two guys out. Easy wizard tower. Wall break into the center. And as soon as they get in that center, a rage spell and a heal spell is going to keep everything alive, including the healers, and they're going to have the whole center taken out. And there's not much left to stop it from there. Let's see. Joe. Clan Castle is very good. Mortars are all on the bottom. That is not good. It means you're going to be weak on the top here. Wizard Tower. So you got, look at it. You got 5 splashes all on the bottom. You have all you gotta do, and there's not much. There's all there is this. There's not even a wall there. There's just a Tesla. They can come in that bottom with a bunch of giants, and they will, and rage spell it and heal spell it, both of them, and you're gonna lose 5 of your 6 flash defenses. I would probably attack this base with 20 giants, the rest wizards, 1 rage to get through this splash, and the rest heal spells. And I don't think this base would be able to stop that attack. Just because that splash is what takes those kinds of troops out, and you're not going to have any left. So I would definitely try to rebalance their locations as much as you can. Jack. Clan Castle looks pretty good. Mortars are fine. You got your wizard towers though on the bottom along with your splash, so your top is weak to on their splash. Maybe get one of them up here where the king's at instead. That might be a good idea. Air defense looks good. The spiral layout's a nice one. It's classic. Works well. King's in a good spot. So otherwise it's fine. Fine base. Eric, Eugene. Jing, whatever. Clan Castle is pretty good. Mortars are a wide triangle, but they have really good coverage, so it's not bad. Wizard towers are pretty good. I like it. They're not directly exposed. Air defense. This one in the corner I'm not very fond of. Like these two are really good. I'd like to see one more up here somewhere. Maybe if there was a little more space there, or I don't know, here. This one in the corner is kind of an oddball. They can take it out really easily. Point defenses look fine. Some free buildings over here they can take out with archers though. That army camp is not protected. I think you can get that elixir with an archer. And you can probably get that army camp here with a archer. So, not terrible. A couple improvements could be made, but not bad. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I'm gonna go with Hugh Q. That's how I'm gonna say it. That's what I'm gonna go with. That's my final answer. Clan Castle, very nicely placed. I like it. Mortars. There's two in the center are fine, but like this one by himself, there's not. It's kind of an awkward placement. I'd like to see it more of a triangle. Wizard Tower's a bit exposed. This one's fine. This one over here is fine. This one's fine. Basically, if you take this bottom Wizard Tower, this bottom right, and move him up towards the top somewhere, he'd be fine. Expos have pretty good coverage. This one could probably be lower, like where these are at, these traps are at. Just swap them with Expo. A little better. Air defenses, pretty good coverage. This one could probably be swapped with some traps to get better coverage of the right. Giving away some buildings on the left here. The rest has pretty good coverage. King and Queen are fine. So yeah, the rest is pretty good. I like that the Expos are in air mode. That's always a good idea in wars. And normal raiding, I usually leave them on ground, but on raids, you never know what's going to come at you, so having air mode is a good idea. Richard, very good clan castle placement. Mortars, very nice triangle there. Wizard Tower's in a very good square. I would recommend your weaker Wizard Tower, swap it and put it next to your stronger mortar. Swap these two Wizard Towers. That way the stronger structure can protect the weaker one. Try to keep things balanced. You don't want to create a weak corner where it's easier to get in. Air defenses are in a good square. Expos have really good coverage. But you're giving away your dark elixir, man. Let's move in here with these gold. Don't give it away too easily. Ha ha ha. Just kidding, I don't really care about that. Good coverage on point defense. I like this layout. It's a very good layout. Very solid. Good job, Richard. Huzzah, 98. Clan Castle is very easy to pull. I don't like that. I need to get it more central. You swap it with King, swap it with Gold Mine. You know, let's get it a little more in the middle, where it's not so easy to pull. These two mortars are fine, but like the one way down here, I mean, this bottom one has really good coverage, but your top doesn't have hardly any splash coverage from mortars. So you're gonna give away a lot of point defenses. Wizard Towers, again, you're kind of focused more on the bottom, so your top's weak to splash. Air defenses are good. King and Queen are good. The Expo is in ground mode. Yep. I would swap this Expo into air mode. Giving away a builder's hut down here. These structures up on the top can be gotten with archer towers for free. The right and left look fine though. Yeah. So I'd fix your splash balance. Having 3 on the bottom. Sorry, there. Having 3 on the bottom and none up top is really imbalanced. I'll definitely work on that. And move your clan castle towards the center more. Other than that, it's good. Bittersweet. The leader. The boss lady. Clan Castle is in a good spot. Mortars, very nice triangle. Wizard Towers, pretty good coverage. This one up here I'm not as fond of. It doesn't cover this right stuff as well. It's not bad. It's fine. Bottom one's doing the same thing. It's nice and symmetrical either way. Air defenses, good coverage there. Expo air mode. Where do you only have one expo, or am I just not seeing it? I'm either blind or you only have one expo so far, which is fine. It's level 2. That's not fine. You can't have level 2 and not have 2 expos. I'm gonna get made fun of for missing it. I just know it. Where's your other expo? Alright, I give up. Maybe you just don't have it yet. That's fine. Builder's Hut, you're giving away free points. On the right, same. This army camp can be shot with archer tower. I mean, with a archer. Looks like they might be able to pick off this barracks with archer. Maybe not. They might be able to pick off your lab. Otherwise, it's pretty good. King and queen are in good spots. Yeah, not bad. George. Clan Castle's in a fine spot. It's good. Mortar's in a very good triangle. I like that a lot. Wizard Tower's in a very good square. Air defense in a good square. Expos have good coverage, but they're in ground mode. I really recommend in wars put them on the air and ground. You'd be surprised, people with your air defenses. Like, even though they're in a good square, they are kind of spread out. They don't cover each other, so you can take one at a time, like with balloons and minions, and they would probably take this base. A balloon minion attack would probably 2, if not 3-star this base, just because they don't have expos helping to pelt down those minions real quick. Just some raged balloons will get right through these air defenses. Let's see. Giving away your lab. Oh no! Why are there mines up here not being used? Get those inside the middle. Get them around here and in these gaps. I can't see here. Yeah, they can pick off this gold mine for free. Rest looks pretty good. So main things I recommend expos in air mode and get those seeking air mines into the base where they can be useful. The rest should be fine. Actually, one other change. You have king and queen up top and the archer tower. I would swap the queen and archer tower so you have a hero on both sides of the town hall. It's a little more symmetrical and offers better defense. Woodsy. This style base is called a southern teaser. Basically, you're challenging people to come in the bottom, which seems real nice and open, but what happens is they have all these defended splash damages and your high-powered expos and heroes that end up tearing into them while they're trying to get to your town hall. Usually the best way to attack is from the top and ignore that opening. Let's see. But anyway, Clan Castle, very difficult to pull. It's good. Mortars are in a huge triangle. I'm not fond of this one particularly. This one up top is very easy to get to. I would definitely want to move it more central if possible. Wizard Towers are in good locations. Air defense, the 2 on the left and right here are okay, but I'd rather them be up more like towards the top. And then these 2 here bring more left and right, maybe swap with the storages, or these outer storages. So you have more of a square around your town hall. Expos are in air mode, it's good. King and queen are fine as far as positioning goes. If you do move your air defenses out, I would move your king and queen up to where your air defenses are now. And having 1 point defense down here with all of these structures is not particularly safe. Usually with a base layout like this, they have like 1 archer tower and 2 cannons down here exposed. but it might work. But it looks like you're gonna end up giving away a lot of structures for free, basically. Just a few giants to take the arch tower out. And some barbarians or archers will wipe out that whole bottom half. Be easy 50%. That town hall's gonna be very hard to get to though. I'm a little worried they can bust in the top, take out that mortar, and it's basically a free shot to your town hall. So I would definitely rethink that top half a little bit there. Pink Socks. Clan Castle is very good. Let's see. Mortar. Exposed. 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 Don't like it, Pink Socks. Wizards are all exposed. No! Air defenses, 2 in the middle. 2 that are exposed. Middle ones are fine. Exposed are in ground mode. I'd rather than be in air mode, of course. That's my preferences, though. So basically, you've exposed all of your splash. I see what you're doing. You've made a ring that doesn't have defenses. This is called a hog ring, so that the hogs swing around the outside of the base, and between your splash and other defense, you've got traps like the mega bomb and your double giant bomb. That's fine. That works. But just realize that with other army compositions, they're going to get access to your splash damage, especially your mortars. I'm really not fond of those mortar placements. They're going to get hold of those really easily. So, could work, should work most of the time. Depends how skilled they are as a player. Bennett. Clan Castle's pretty hard to pull. It's good. Nice triangle of your mortars. Wizard Towers are in a good square. Air defense is also in a good square. Heroes nicely placed. Expos. Ground and air mode. Yeah, nice base layout. I like it. Nothing's exposed. Looks like point defenses have everything covered. I'm not really seeing any freebies. That's good. Maybe they might be able to pull off that barracks. Maybe if they get really lucky with their archer. Yeah, good. Nice and solid. Good one, Bennett. Turn. Excuse me. Clan Castle's a little easy to pull on the down here. I would definitely scooch over a builder's hut and pop out one of your Teslas to stop anyone trying to get to this wall. Then definitely swap the gold storage and cannon, maybe the elixir storage and archer tower. So there's a lot of point defense on this wall, so that they protect the Tesla that you would put out. It makes it a big pain to pull your clan castle. Mortars in a very good triangle. Wizard towers are in a good square, but they're a bit far out, so they're exposed. I'm not as fond of that. Air defenses are in a good positioning. Expos have a lot of coverage. That's nice. And they're in air mode, right? Yeah. Yep. Good. Okay. Everything else looks good. Looks like you have everything pretty well covered defense-wise. So main thing is I would just try to prevent the pull of your clan castle by putting a Tesla out here and protecting it a little more heavily with bringing the cannon in and the arch tower in. Mr. Seeley. Very nice center clan castle. I like it. Nice triangle on the mortars. Wizard towers are a little exposed, but otherwise have good coverage. You have the whole hog ring going on as well. I understand. Air defenses are also exposed because of that. Heroes in the middle. I'm not as fond of having both heroes on the top, none of them on the bottom. I know it's hard to avoid that with the way the center is cramped. The lab can be sniped with the archer because the Teslas don't reach very far. I recommend staggering. Like you have these two cannons side by side. I would swap the right cannon with the archer tower. So you're trying to stagger out your air. What can shoot air and what can't. See, like you have on the left. That's good. Rest looks fine. Shiv. What? You already have double dark barracks already maxed out? Bum. Let's see. Clan Castle, difficult to pull. Can be pulled from the bottom though, especially with a couple hogs. Again, maybe try the Tesla trick if you want to bring one out. Up to you. Mortars. Pretty big triangle. This bottom one's a bit exposed. Not much coverage up top, so top's might have some trouble with splash, but you do have Wizard Tower up here. This Wizard Tower I have highlighted now, I like the position of. It's not directly accessible. But this one on the bottom right and the top left are really easy to get to. I'm not as fond of those placements. Maybe just swap them with the storages they're next to. That'd be enough. And then this one is like, it's not symmetrical. The base design is different on this side. It's different from the other three sides, so that kind of throws off this Witch Tower a bit. It's an okay position though, because it's hard to get to. The way this wall is done, and you have the spring trap there, it's good. Air defenses are in a good square. Heroes, I like the positioning of your heroes on different sides of the base. Expos do appear to be in air mode. This one's in ground. I would swap that to air mode as well. They might be able to pick off that collector with the archer. It's not that big a deal. They can pick off this camp for sure. Rest looks fine. It's good. Alright, my own base. Clan Castle, half centered, hard to pull. Triangle of the mortars. The Wizard Towers, I am also doing the hog ring, a bit modified though. I do have my air defenses in here. So I do have my giant bombs, and I also use my Teslas. So that way, no matter which side they come in, they're facing something doubled up trap-wise. So yeah, air defenses are in a square. Expos are in air mode. King and Queen, different sides of the Clan Castle. And it's been a while since I've checked, but I'm pretty sure I didn't leave anything easy to grab. Right. So you can see on the sides here how I staggered my archer and cannon. So I don't have two. You don't want two cannons side by side, just because it's weaker to air stuff. This is gonna be my first war. No, excuse me, second war with this layout. Last layout, my Clan Castle didn't activate properly, so that kind of messed me over, and I got 2 stars. We'll see how this war goes. Alright, so that is a bit of a review, strategically wise, on our bases. It's getting a bit late right now, so I'm going to cut this video, and if I have time, I will do another video tomorrow detailing some of their bases. We'll see if I have time for that. I might not. Maybe next time. Anyway, bye for now.